So Nice to Meet You asks an interesting question. He says they should have put Musashi in Record of Ragnarok as a competitor. This would have been an epic matchup. He's basically asking, why is Musashi not in Record of Ragnarok? Now, this actually has a very good answer, as we got this revealed in Sasaki Kojiro's round number 3. Sasaki Kojiro is the man that is most famously known for fighting Musashi and losing. So a lot of people are upset at the fact that he is in the tournament and Musashi is not. A lot of people widely consider Musashi to be the greatest swordsman of all time. So it makes sense that even seeing Okita representing humanity as a swordsman, they're wondering, how the hell has Musashi not been part of this roster? Well, Record of Ragnarok takes a very unique approach to the Sasaki Musashi debate, and I actually think it's truly one of the best pieces of storytelling we see in this series. So just as most of you, Miyamoto's own son, Iori, there's a lot of Vagabond characters that show up in this fight as well. But he asked the same question. How is somebody who lost to my father representing humanity? My father is the superior swordsman. Then, as I mentioned, you get to see people like Seijiro, Inshin, who concur with the idea of Musashi being the best representative for humanity's swordsmanship. Now, the story goes in Record of Ragnarok that Kojiro is humanity's greatest loser. He had never actually won a fight. So how the hell could he have reached the levels to be considered for this position, to fight and represent humanity against the gods in the most high stakes matchup of all time? It's actually because Kojiro had no intentions of ever winning. He did not care about winning. His competitiveness was with himself, not with anybody else. All of his satisfaction as a swordsman came from within. He just wanted to fight stronger opponents to make himself stronger. He had no need to prove he was stronger than them, because he within himself already knew he was after the fact. This is due to his scan ability, where he constructs a perfect image in his mind of his opponent. He observes every detail, the way they walk, the way they talk, the way they breathe, everything down to the last morsel is assessed. He envisions himself challenging them and being defeated over and over and over until he finally surpasses that level of power. No matter how fast the strikes, no matter how many are thrown, Sasaki will have anticipated them and can dodge. That is Kojiro's ability. So because of his losing streak, because of his self-belief and only personal growth mindset, he developed this ability to scan. And this ability to scan is what takes him over the edge on all other swordsmen, even Musashi. So in Record of Ragnarok, he did fight Musashi and he did lose. That should have been obvious from Iori's statement. When we go to that fight, we actually find out that that was the one time where Sasaki actually tried to win a fight. It was such a blissful experience for him. He had finally reached a swordsman that was on such a level that he wanted to actually win. That is the highest praise you can even give somebody like Musashi, and they never disrespect him in this series. Musashi wins that fight. Sasaki dies wishing that he could continue fighting over and over and over again against Musashi, but for the first time, he actually went against his own ideology, didn't concede, and tried giving it his all, and still lost. Now, what takes place is that in the afterlife, he was still able to scan Musashi, and essentially the explanation we are given is that he fought Musashi tens of thousands of times until he finally surpassed him and Musashi himself signs off on it. Initially, Musashi was in league with the others. He thought it was kind of crazy how Sasaki was chosen instead of him. We don't get any dialogue, but his body language kind of speaks for himself. But as soon as Sasaki draws his blade, and he calms the entire arena, the water surrounding it, and it is just a serene environment, Musashi's eyes widen. He actually is brought to tears at the fact that Sasaki has achieved what all swordsmen aspire to be: peerless under the heavens, the true one under the sun. Vagabond fans are very familiar with that. And that is how humanity's greatest loser actually became humanity's first winner in Record of Ragnarok, cutting down the god Poseidon to give humanity the spark it needed and the proof and belief that they can actually defeat a god. Sasaki's first win that he ever got in his entire life came against Poseidon, the pinnacle. He was able to scan all of creation at once. Every morsel of humanity, every morsel of creation. And it was all really thanks to his fights with Musashi, thanks to all his development. He decided, just like Musashi, I would like to concede here, but I know I can't. But this time I'm actually going to win. I think this is a beautiful story. I really like it, and I actually think it's super creative. And I love Sasaki's character. And this is part of the reason I don't want Okido or any of the other swordsmen to surpass him. I think that Sasaki's whole entire lore is that he is the one under the sun as far as swordsmanship. He is the strongest, and I actually have him as the strongest human right now to date. But that's a topic for another video. Hope this helps. Hope this explains why Musashi is not in Record of Ragnarok and Sasaki is, at least the tournament. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.